Today, from Soldier Field in Chicago, this is Madden NFL 21. We'll see Nick Foles and the Chicago Bears taking on Phillip Rivers and the Indianapolis Colts.
Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming tenants in 71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from Soldier Field. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Colts take over first and
Colts ready to go to work here offensively. And it is Phillip Rivers, their veteran quarterback and longtime Charger, who will be under center.
I don't know what it is, partner, but every time I watch Phillip Rivers play, I just have a big grin on my face because he plays the game with such joy. Loves being out there. Remember, he's part of that great 2004 class with Eli Manning and Ben Roethlisberger, two of them still in the league today. Now he's probably going to go over 60,000 passing yards and 400 touchdowns this season. The big question mark, how much does he have left in the tank? I think he's got plenty.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
It's a gain of 5.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
Brings up third.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a first down following a gain of 3. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Rivers is going to fake the give to Taylor and set up to throw it. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
that might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. Well, here comes the Bears offense led out by their new man in charge here in 2020. Of course, a former Super Bowl MVP in Nick Foles.
The word contribution gets thrown out all the time around the league, and the Chicago Bears decided that their young quarterback, Mitchell Trubisky, he needed some competition himself. They thought he would have entrenched himself as a starter by now, but because he hasn't, they brought in Nick Foles to give him that competition. Foles has a relationship with members of the coaching staff, won a Super Bowl as a starter with Philadelphia. They know what he's capable of. This competition is going to be fun.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And this is caught at the 8. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Colts 7-yard line.
2nd down and 3, ball on the 7. First carry now for David Montgomery. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Eddie Pinheiro on now for the Bears. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first.
Colts nothing.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Their own 21-yard line.
The Indianapolis Colts at 3-2 here in 2020 had their 3-game win streak snap week 5 at the hands of the Browns. 32-23. You know, the Colts defense is allowing 14 points a game coming in. That season high 32 to Baker Mayfield, and the suddenly hot Browns ultimately doomed them. But CD, what do you make of the Colts through 5 weeks? Is their defense really good, or have they been helped out by a favorable schedule?
Well, there's no question they've been helped a little bit by a favorable schedule, but I think it's a good defense overall. I like what they've done. I like how they respond, but their offense has really got to help them a little bit more. And, you know, Jonathan Taylor's going to run it, but at the same time now, Phillip Rivers not taking care of the ball as they expected him to. They thought he'd bounce back from what we saw last year in Los Angeles, and that's been a bit of a problem for them. So I do think that this is a team that has potential. There's no question about it, but they have to shore some things up, especially on the offensive side of the ball, because they're home for Cincinnati before an open week in Week 7.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Rivers. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. 5 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Rivers now to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 36. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
And a good catch there by Nyheim Hines, and I think that he's probably popped on some Phillip Rivers tape and how he used Austin Eckler out of the backfield with the Chargers as a model for what he wants to do this season. He's had at least 40 catches in each of the last 2 years. He probably expects that number to rise.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. The tackle by Robert Quinn.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 31, Rivers fighting Hilton on the slant. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 18. A gain of 13. It's a first down. 13 yards.
Reception there by T.Y. Hilton, and he absolutely terrifies defenses when he gets downfield. Speed, shiftiness, excellent hands. 5 1,000-yard seasons in his career.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Rivers. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Operating from the gun. Rivers looking middle, and it's incomplete. Zach Pascal, the intended receiver, but now it'll be third down. And this one too low. Third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Rivers taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
Good catch up by Jack Doyle, who went to the Pro Bowl in 2019, but now has a new quarterback in Phillip Rivers, and he wants to be the Antonio Gates that Phillip Rivers threw to with the Chargers.
Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. From the left hash, this from 34.
34-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3.
Ties the game at 3-3.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And able to get this out to the 25.
Over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chicago Bears coming back out here. It's a team that's 4-1 for the first time since 2012 as they take care of the Bucs 20-19 on Thursday night, Week 5. And Nick Foles did just enough to win. 243 yards, a touchdown, did also throw an interception, but for Foles, his first win as a Bears starter. He also improves to 2-0 over Brady, with the other, of course, being the win, Charles, in Super Bowl 52. But have you seen enough to say that the Bears are for real?
Well, I think that they are headed towards it. I still want to see more consistency on offense. I mean, Nick Foles gets the win because that's what we do with starting quarterbacks. But as you said, he did just enough. You know, I didn't think he was particularly spectacular in this game. But isn't it funny that he's 2-0 against Tom Brady? It's kind of like in baseball, a Hall of Fame pitcher. He has that guy who hits 230 in his career, who hits 500 against him. You know, that guy just can't get out. That's kind of what Tom Brady has with Nick Foles. But truthfully, with this Bears team, what got them over the hump against Tampa was Khalil Mack, Akeem Hicks, Robert Quinn, the pass rush, especially late in the ball game. So we'll see what happens with the Bears coming up. If the offense gets going smoothly, they're going to be a tough out because they're on the road the next 2 weeks. At Carolina's playing surprisingly well in the early going, and then a long-distance trip to go take on the L.A. Rams, who won this past week, too.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Foles. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
This is the receiver turned running back, Cordero Patterson. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
David Montgomery, the ball carrier. Tackle made at his 48-yard line. That's a gain of 3. brings up 3rd and 3.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Here's Foles. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
Well, I haven't met an NFL player yet that doesn't use criticism as an edge, and Jimmy Graham has heard that a number of people think he's near the end of his career, and he didn't put up the numbers he should have put up in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers. I think he's going to play with a huge chip on his shoulder. Nice catch there, and he wants to show flashes of that form that he exhibited early in his career with New Orleans and Seattle.
Now Foles. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. That sack by the DN, Danico Autry. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they'll decline the penalty there and go ahead and keep the yards lost on that last play. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. A tight one after one on EA Sports. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
right?
Yeah,
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Rivers going to bring the Colts up 1st and 10 at their own 44. He'll set up to throw. He's got Jack Doyle. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Rivers on first down. That's into the hands of Pascal. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now it's Hines. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 37.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains.
29-yard line.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to Taylor on 1st down.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
Taylor, the ball carrier.
Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
Eddie Jackson brought him down.
No, Jonathan Taylor didn't get the yardage he wanted on that carry. But I think this is central casting for him to be with the Colts. A big, strong, physical offensive line that goes with his running style. Elite speed, elite power. I think he'll catch more passes out of the backfield in the NFL than he did at Wisconsin. And yards after contact, that's his forte. The only thing he's got to improve on, taking care of the football. Put it on the ground way too often at Wisconsin. If he learns to hang on to it, he could be one of the surprises in the NFL. No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Rivers. And he's going to find Doyle in the end zone for a Colts score. Jack Doyle, 26 yards. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point forthcoming.
For the extra point.
And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call.
Offense.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
He's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it, because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retake center stage. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Rivers and the Colts going to come up 1st and 10 at their 38. He'll start with a give to Taylor, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
He's brought down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Rivers. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 16 yards, a 1st down.
16 yards.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
On 1st down, it's Hines, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Taken down at the 43.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Rivers. A good throw here, finding Pascal. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. Rivers. And Pascal's got it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
grab there by Zach Pascal. And he's one of those guys that often people forget are even on the roster. But when you look up at the end of the game, he's produced over 600 yards and 5 touchdowns in 2019.
First down, Rivers. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Rivers pass.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They run with Hines. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Hines. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Colts add on to their lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Come on, you serious, dog?
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Foles and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. It's Patterson. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
He was taken down by...
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. There appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
The tackle made at the 47.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this 1st half of play from our studios in. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Indy set to go on offense once more. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Caught left side by Hilton. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A first down throw here for Rivers. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And running with power here. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Rivers now to throw on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And that sack leaves Rivers and the Colts with a 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Rivers. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate. That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today.
For the field goal, a 31-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Kicker, defense.
So that one will be accepted.
Automatic first down.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. From the gun, Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense.
He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a strong first half from the veteran, Phillip Rivers. His guys have a 2-touchdown lead as we hand it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get expected at the back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant and said I got good news and I got bad news.
The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Foles going to lead the Bears to the line, first and 10 at their own 24. He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Here's Foles. That's caught by Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Nice gain there by the second-year runner out of Iowa State, David Montgomery, who often finishes his runs moving forward and knocking defenders back. He finished tied with Josh Jacobs for the most carries by a rookie last year. But what the Bears need from him, improve on his 3.7 yards per attempt. If he gets that up into the 4s, look out. He can control a game with his running.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. On the ground, it's Montgomery. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. Foles on target with that one to Graham. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Foles. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 6 there on first.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still second down.
Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9. Now Foles. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 21. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And left side here, it's Graham. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. A 33-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6.
Bears 6.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Phillip Rivers, he is the focal point of our players' spotlight now. He's been pretty good when he's had time. The issue is, as we see here, a lot of times he hasn't had the time.
And a lot of that in getting past it is attitude. How's he projecting? Is he showing that the other team is getting to him? Is he showing his guys up front that he's upset, that he's angry? Or is he still encouraging? Because those guys, they've got to find a way to pick it up. And it always happens a little bit better if they feel like the quarterback's on their side.
So far, 5 sacks against him. Rivers on first down. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. This is Hines. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From just shy of midfield, Rivers. And that's off the mark, incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Rivers. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Doyle out of bounds at the 20.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter, because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Again, it's Rivers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Rivers again. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And It's going to bring up 4th down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first attempt, this from 45. Blankenship's kick is good.
The kick is good.
And that will get the lead up to 14.
20, Bears 6.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now it's Patterson. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Chicago offense set to get started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Foles and the Bears now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Right there, 54, right there.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
At the 34-yard line.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
I always thought Allen Robinson was a high flyer from his days at Penn State, and none of that has changed with the Chicago Bears. If you throw the ball out to the perimeter, if it's a 50-50 ball, more times than not, he's going to come down with it. And some say he was the victim of some subpar quarterback play last year. He didn't let that bother him at all. Still had 98 catches and over 1,000 yards receiving. Allen Robinson just goes out and plays hard each and every week.
Incomplete.
Well, switching gears for a second. Look, Charles, we know it's part of the game, but injuries, again, a big story in Week 5. Most notably, of course, Dak Prescott. Pretty severe ankle injury that's going to keep him out the remainder of the season, and that's really just the latest in what has been a tough year already. Gosh, you could probably build an all-pro team, Charles, with some of the guys who have gone down.
Yeah, an all-pro team, and at worst, a Pro Bowl team, because you're talking about names like Saquon Barkley with the New York Giants, Cortland Sutton with Denver.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Not easy for Nick Foles and the Bears now. 3rd and long after the sack. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
1st and 10.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense, because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation, very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10, down at the 31. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Brings up second.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Patterson on the draw play.
Draw play to the running back.
Good strong tackle by DeForest Buckner. Remember, the Colts gave up their first-round pick, number 13 overall, to get him from San Francisco, and they certainly think he's worth it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Robinson. Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
At the 10-yard line.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. From 10 yards out, and the Bears have cut it to within a score. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. It's up and good, a 7-point margin. It's 20-13 now. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Their own 28-yard line.
Phillip Rivers now gears up to lead the offense on the field. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the one touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
And he powers his way up past the 30.
Ball carrier.
Roquan Smith, the Bears' leading tackler last season, makes the stop.
It's now
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Yard gain on the play.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Colts on third down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Rivers. And he's got his man on the out route. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker.
Ready? 380. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win.
On first down, Taylor. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Hines. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
From the 36, Rivers fighting through pressure. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Rivers pass.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now this series could very well determine our outcome. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A play fake to Montgomery, now Foles. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Foles with a throw caught by Patterson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Foles throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Bears on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Lets this one rip toward Graham. And no, it's incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. This now a chance at the very least to burn some clock following that 4th down stop. Points would be ideal for some breathing room, no doubt. And really, a field goal would be huge. That would make it a 2-score game. Rivers going to bring the Colts up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They begin the drive with Hines. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Danny Trevathan on the tackle.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
From the 39, Rivers. And that's incomplete.
From plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
First down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
First down, Rivers. A good throw here, finding Pascal. That catch good for only a couple.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. To the air again here, Rivers. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards there and a first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On first down, Taylor. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Jalen Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Nick Foles gearing up again here to go on offense. And those numbers, they kind of tell the story of his game so far. Started off not so hot. Now he's really heated up.
And remember, he signed up for duty as the guy who leads the team, right? The field general, the signal caller. So when things go rocky early, he can't just exit out and ask someone else to pick things up. He's got to do it himself, and that's what he's done here in this game.
Here's Foles. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 18-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
That one completed to J.P. Holtz. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Foles, and he finds his tight end, Graham. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Foles on target with that one to Graham. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now Foles. And the incompletion there, so that breaks a string of 5 straight hookups. It also leads to a 4th down.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Rivers and the Colts going to come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. On 3rd down, Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Bears take over.
25-yard line.
So Foles and the Bears now down 20-13, a minute 53 remaining. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
10 at the 44-yard line.
The clock still runs. We're at 90 seconds now. They'll look to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
7-yard line.
Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
First down now, but that clock rolling. He's back to throw. He'll find Miller. That's complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He'll look to throw. And Graham's got it over the middle. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Xavier Rhodes on the coverage.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Ted Ginn Jr. Results in a 4th down.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. A kneel down here from Rivers, and that should be it. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.